All right. Good damn evening, everybody. We got Mr. Demon in the house, Ranger J, absentee, and myself. Glad to have y'all here. Y'all don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, post it everywhere you can think of. See here, what we got going on here. Get this chat pulled up. All right, good evening. If y'all could just take a look at that description, we're going to talk about fair laws. My personal opinion, I do not think that things are broken down fairly in our great nation at the moment. In particular, we're going to talk a little bit about January 6th. I've got some actual videos that were taken in place in Washington. So I will not divulge that information as to where they came from. Doesn't matter. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and kick this off. So we've got a lot of people that are still hung up in jail. All right, and I'm going to call it like it is because that's the only way to do it. So we've got a lot of people that are still hung up, incarcerated, which I don't think is fair on my personal beliefs, especially when you can have somebody shoot up a damn school and be bailed out the next day. So that's just my thoughts on it. So I do think that it's more on the basic of political standpoint, because actually, insurrection by definition is trespassing, correct? Everybody agree?
Yep.
All right. So depending on state, trespassing charges should be at a minimum. You're supposed to be bailed out, if not that day, the next court date available. So I don't know why they're holding these guys. Someone's been in there almost a year, y'all. Well, no, 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? No.
Yeah.
January 6th will be 2 years. Oh, we lost one.
He dropped a cigarette.
Let's get him at it back in here. No problem.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Demon, you go out and come back in, you end up on the bottom, okay, brother?
Well, I'll just stay back here in the back of the class.
You move Super Phaser up to the top right, so. Anyway.
You must be highly invested in that DARPA tech.
What now?
Said he must be highly invested in that DARPA technology.
Oh, yeah. Gotta have it. I don't know. Freedom of speech here. Freedom of speech.
But it looks like a helo accident. You need to get some taste, is what you need. That right there is a fine flying machine.
You knew that was coming.
Golly.
Got an Airbus behind you.
Such trashy people around here. So let's talk about this January 6th, man. Let's call it what it is. Them folks are being unconstitutionally held as political prisoners. That's all it boils down to.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's gone on long enough, my opinion. And it may differ from other people's, but I'm not going to digress from it. I mean, it is what it is. They're holding people in there on a platitude basis that they can just do that by their own free will, and it's not fair for bail not to be posted or whatever the case may be. We've got a lot worse crimes going on than that.
Right.
The only difference in visiting there on a normal day and visiting on that day was they didn't want them there. That's the only difference.
Right.
So.
Absolutely, Paul. There's no due process whatsoever, and that's 100% what makes it unconstitutional. It's this country has a history of abusing people's civil rights. It happened in the 40s. It's happened all throughout our country's history. And the fact of the matter is, it continues happening because people let it happen.
Well, don't you think they're hiding behind the Patriot Act for all this garbage?
I
Well, you know what I'm saying.
that thing's like a drive-in theater. I mean, it's that screen's like right there. They're shoving that shit right out front.
Well, yeah, of course they are. But if they're using the if they're using the Patriot Act to get away with it and bypass due process, I mean,
well, here's the thing. Even it doesn't really. January 6th, whether it was quote unquote insurrection or not, doesn't really. They might be using the Patriot Act, but it doesn't fall under the Patriot Act.
I completely agree. I mean, that's just me spitballing. I mean,
but that's absolutely what they're calling it though, because they're trying to treat these people like terrorists.
right, exactly. But yet, the other side can go and burn down buildings and houses and steal shit and
Right. You can occupy, city blocks and burn them down and try to burn down a federal courthouse, and that's okay.
exactly. I mean, BLM and Antifa actually had a block in D.C. that they had claimed, and the Proud Boys would regularly go in there and introduce them.
Yeah, they shit up. So
There it is, exactly what you was just hitting on. No charges when burning cities, and if they were charged, they may bail instantly. Like they may bail that night.
well, that's because now, and this is just a speculative statement. I don't have fact to back it up, but there's plenty of DNC money to bail out people who are going to act on behalf of the DNC to disrupt, and that's where they got the money from.
Well, yeah, absolutely. There was funds set aside to help alleviate any kind of arrests or bail or whatever. I mean, that's common knowledge.
I mean, but the fact of the matter is that the vast majority of rioters, on the Antifa and BLM side of things, they weren't even being arrested.
No, because well, you got different towns, cities, whatever, municipalities that the police had their hands tied. They could sit back and watch.
In Palmetto, I would say take it a step further. How about let's just get rid of the Patriot Act to begin with, since it's unconstitutional. That's a law that never should have been passed.
Well, they passed that right after 2000. I mean, the Twin Towers.
That was Bush and all his people.
Yeah, 9/11.
But it was unconstitutional then, and they got it pushed through under the veil of terror.
Yeah.
But it never should have been pushed through, and it should have. It should be removed from the books. It's 100% unconstitutional. It absolutely violates the Fourth Amendment. So,
well, the reason it was put in there is so they could bypass due process.
Right. But FISA courts are unconstitutional too, in my opinion. So.
Sure.
But,
Well, see, the Patriot Act, and it's not being used as it says. That was put in place for the military, to authorize military to provide assistance in some situations that involve weapons of mass destruction, is what it says in the Patriot Act.
Right.
But
so the problem is with the Patriot Act. The way the Patriot Act was written, it was written in such an open-ended way that yes, there is the intent of the Patriot Act, but the way that it's written is still unconstitutional because there's no specification to say, it can only be used on outside the borders of the United States. It's and stuff like that. It gives free reign to the FBI and the CIA, particularly, to monitor American citizens because they're listening for keywords in conversations. Actions and conversations that might indicate terror.
Well, I mean, laws get used in different ways, that they shouldn't. Okay, like I'm gonna give you, for instance, everybody has the right to defend themselves, right? Okay, so if you have a sign up in your house, like the funny 2A signs or whatever the case may be, they can use that against you.
Sure.
It's all how the law, like a lot of people's got guns that says we don't call 911 or stuff like of that nature. If that's in your yard, posted at your house, and you happen to have to defend yourself, they'll use that against you.
Oh yeah, prosecutor try to roast your nuts over it. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
The Department of Justice now, if you have a copy of the Constitution in your home, the Justice Department considers you an extremist. That's an extremist view.
Well, I guess I'm just screwed then.
I think all of us are screwed.
So,
like that one police officer that shot that guy. I mean, he had what was it? Some time back, he had a dust cover on his AR, and it had something stupid on it. I can't remember what it exactly said, like "born to kill" or something like that. They used that against him.
Oh yeah, I've heard of prosecutors coming after you.
Stupid anyway to even put that some bitch on there.
Well, yeah, it was, but I mean, prosecutors. Most of your prosecutors now, if they're not pro 2A, they're trying to make a name for themselves.
right.
I mean, you saw that happen with Kyle. Luckily, he had a bunch of fucktards trying to prosecute him. But the thing I notice is that, nowadays, if you're using self-defense rounds, like hollow points, they'll try and use that against you, saying that you went into the situation looking to kill somebody.
Well, if that's the case in every single officer involved shooting ever, that the officer should be charged with murder.
Well, no, they're talking about civilians. They're not talking about law enforcement.
Right, but that's bullshit. If you're gonna apply to us, you're gonna apply to everybody. Anyone that carries a hollow point round, that should be that's the argument. Got it.
Well, see, they tried to use the point during the Rittenhouse case.
Saying full metal jacket.
Using full metal jackets.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You go to the store, okay? Are you going to buy target rounds? Or are you going to buy hollow points for your handgun?
Depends on what the hell I'm going for. I'll probably buy both.
Defense.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to use?
I'm picking up whatever I can find at this point.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Hollow points are preferred.
hollow points cause what? More damage.
Exactly.
It's an imploding round.
Yep.
It's the means to which to stop a threat the fastest.
Correct.
So, it's.
Let's see if I can find something like quick that'll kind of. And then this is stuff that we already know, but I'm gonna see if I can get something brought up here. If I can get some videos working here, y'all. All right, so here's what we'll do.
There's I hate to even say where it is. It's USA Today, but they've published a list of all the arrests or charges for 600 people in 40 different states, and they've got everybody's name and where they're from and everything.
Well, yeah, that's because they're hoping that people will go harass their families.
Yeah.
That's
That's
So-
how they roll.
Let me pull up this comment right here. So none of the January 6 people have been charged yet. Maybe not charged, but they're in prison. I mean, there's a guy got 4 years yesterday.
Right. The dude with the horns, the QAnon shaman, whatever. He got 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, but they're listing the time that they get, but not the charge. You see what I'm saying? They're not being very detailed on that. So I'm going to show y'all some videos. I'm going to attempt to do this share screen thing.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, what we'll do here is we'll do this here. I got this. There we go. Can y'all see that?
No.
No. What?
Nope.
Here we go. All right. Share.
Still don't see anything.
Share. Now y'all can see it, right?
Nope. Don't
Yeah.
see a thing yet.
Yeah. Got it?
It's not there.
You can't see that?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
see
we
it.
can.
Come on, guys.
So this is a friendly protest.
Oh, it's like it.
Violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50 obstruct peaceful process. This will be an additional crime.
No. This is social justice right here. Justice for Juicy. George.
Riots, protests, and looting have broken out in Minnesota as Black Lives Matter support.
So let's skip forward. Y'all bitches. All right, enough of that shit. I'm gonna stop that share in there. Now. So did the sharing work? Yeah, hell yeah, it worked.
Yeah, it did.
Now,
Good.
so let me pull up this other one here. I've got some videos. Let's see what we got. Let me get it on and pause, y'all. 1 second. All right, so get this video here working here. Well, hell. All right, let me go back to the screen sharing here. Then I'll show y'all a. There we go. That should just show the downloads. There we go. See if we get this to play. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Golly.
Well, shit.
See if it's playing in the background somewhere.
Well,
It's queuing up when you click it.
all right, hold tight. I got this screen sharing down now, so we'll figure this out. Okay. I don't know what's going on with it. All right, peaceful protest.
Yeah, we couldn't see that.
I don't see shit.
Y'all can't see that?
Nope.
No. We see your
We see you.
desktop.
We see you. Clicking the different files.
Yeah,
Son of a-
that's it.
Son of a.
We have faith in you.
Yeah, let me share it. Let me share the whole screen. That'll be fine.
Sweet.
Screen share.
I didn't know you had pictures like that on the internet.
Those were provided by. There we go. So, I'm going to shrink this down. Bring that up.
There we go.
It's violent as hell.
Would y'all agree that's peaceful?
That's just plain disturbing how violent that was.
I'm scared.
Man, it's crazy. Oh my God.
Rookie.
No, I think this person sent me some embedded shit.
It's always a possibility.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Golly.
What in the hell? Well, let's do this right here. Let's close some stuff out. Oh,
Hey, Chica.
what? Thought I closed the live stream out there for a minute. That would have been bad. I'm gonna send some feedback. Okay, enough of
Tim,
this.
your
shit.
shit don't work.
Apparently. Wow. See if these load up.
Look at that. Just trash everywhere. The place
Yeah.
being burned down.
Shit's on fire everywhere.
I mean, look at that. Look at the unrest in the city. Burning flags, throwing McDonald's cups down. You know.
Golly.
Kind of
Big
communist
size,
is a
too.
McDonald's anyway.
That's the Supreme Court there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There it is right there. That's the extremism right there.
That's the problem right there. Right there.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll go back. Y'all can see that one now, huh?
Oh,
So
that's terrible.
yeah, I mean, look at all the fire.
That's what I'm saying. Look at all the busted out windows.
Let it be noted that not a single window got busted out at the Capitol building until the DC Metro Police did it, or the Capitol Police rather.
Right.
Windows were busted out by the Capitol Police Department.
Did y'all see all those cars on fire?
That's terrible, ain't it?
Man, they are
That
raising
chaos right
hell.
there. All that hell raising.
Mm.
Looks like
That's
a bunch
crazy.
of lost people.
Man, I'd be scared to death if I was standing there.
I can't believe all that trashiness.
I'd be heading for the basement.
You got people skinny dipping in the National Mall. It's
I mean, it's crazy. Just I thought I was gonna get lucky.
It does not want to cooperate.
pretty blatant evidence that the Department of Justice is just as equally vested in pushing forward a leftist agenda as much as the current administration. But I do got to say that I feel like there is some hope.
I did find in that list. I did find one. I'm not going to put the dude's full name out there. His name is David, age 42, out of Wisconsin. Charges of unlawful entry and restricted building on grounds, violent entry and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds. Pled guilty to parading, demonstrating, picketing in a Capitol building. I mean, I didn't know that was a charge. But
They just made it up.
he was sentenced 11/18 to 30 days incarceration and $500 restitution. So,
So
yeah.
what are they going to do with the other 10 months that he was held in jail?
There's no time served.
Here's another guy, pled guilty September 29 to threats in interstate communications. His name is Troy, 58, out of Texas. Well, I mean, that's given. I mean, it's Texas. I mean, sentenced 10/21 to 14 months incarceration and 3 years supervised release. So, I mean, it's all pretty minor.
Yeah, but it's the hellish conditions that they're held in.
There was
Pled guilty, sentenced October 13th to 45 days. Here's another sentence for 45 days.
but the problem
community
here,
service.
the problem here is, all that shit's minor, right? But there is video evidence during BLM riots of people literally being beaten to death in the street, and the people doing the beating, their faces are on camera, and there's not been a single charge or conviction in relation to those deaths.
The dude that was busting out the windows with the riot shield has had no charges yet.
That's because he's a member of Antifa. He's a known member of Antifa.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, you can... what's his face was on here? Shit. That one dude that is known Antifa, his face was on here. Can't find it now. But yeah, no charges.
Imagine that.
Well, I'm trying to go back. There was and I can't find it right now, trying to search for it. But do any of you remember back when Obama was in office, a bunch of people went into the Capitol and disrupted Congress?
Yeah.
And you didn't hear nothing about it. And it was a lot more people than what went in there this time.
Or how about when Trump was in office, the people that went and sat on the White House grounds at the gates, trespassed on White House grounds, and nothing ever happened to that.
Yep.
How about the fact that a BLM board member bombed the fucking Capitol, and she was pardoned by Clinton, and now sits on the board of Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
And she bombed the fucking place.
Well, she's on the right side, apparently. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
There's their side and the wrong side.
I'll bear with me. I'm pulling up some stuff while we're talking about it. So, get some evidentials here playing. So here we go. I'll pull this one up right here, and then I will share it and see how. Oh, so let me pause this right here. Get back to my screen sharing here. See if I can jack this up again. So we're just going to call it a common thing, you know. Doesn't matter. So we'll go to it rapidly. Maybe it'll work. There it is. Can y'all see that?
Yep.
Oh, good. Let's get to the video. Here we are.
Why are you letting this happen? Why haven't you called for backup? Where is your backup? This is our damn Capitol building, and y'all are letting it get destroyed on your watch. Fuck all of you. Call for backup. Get some help down here. And if they don't want to get you fucking backup, they obviously don't give a shit about you. These people want blood.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy, and please leave a like.
There it is. I wasn't going to play the second part, but I will.
Hey, just to show, if you could show that video I just shared with you.
You emailed it to me?
No, it's in the private chat.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last
Oh, God.
6 years, I've been live streaming.
All right.
Skip ahead a little bit.
All right, let me hit this screen. All right, yeah, it's working. So let me hit this share real quick. Man, where's my stream at, man? What the? Oh. All right.
Now, the one you'll see is peaceful protesting.
Yeah, of course.
Protesting.
You can see that there? There we go. We'll blow it up. That way everybody can see it real good.
More peaceful protesting.
It's amazing how effective tear gas is.
Yeah, no doubt.
You got goddamn pepper spray going off everywhere. Smoke grenades.
More peaceful protesting.
Somebody's got a bonfire.
Look at me.
Oh, hell no. Somebody's a curb stomp him.
Glad that cut off.
But see, there you are again. You showed all the police standing back in a row, letting that bullshit go on.
Oh, well.
Maybe we should just have our hands up.
You know, you just saw a lot of future front end staff at your local McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
What's the Wi-Fi password? Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's peaceful. Absolutely. I'm glad it cut off when they were trying to damage that flag.
Yeah, I don't want to see no. You start burning a flag, then it's all bets are off, buddy.
The laying of hands in a non-religious way.
Yep.
Hey, it could be religious. You might make them go see Jesus.
Well,
They're gonna be thinking about Jesus.
Well, look. See, that's where everybody screws up. That's this age of the internet and social media. People forget that when you do shit in public, you are apt to have to answer for your actions.
Well, they think that the First Amendment means that they can do or say whatever the hell they want without any repercussion. What they fail to understand is the basic
It only
rule
applies
is
to the government.
cause and effect. You
Right.
do A, B will happen.
Well, it's the whole idea is that the First Amendment, you can say what you want without fear of prosecution by the government.
see, in our day,
Which means you have the right to say fuck Joe Biden, and you ain't got to worry about the FBI coming and knocking on your door and putting
Well, no,
you in jail for political hate speech.
Well,
see, most
that
of
was
us
up to
back
this
in our day-
administration.
What it don't mean is that you could tear down a flag and light it on fire, and Billy Bob, the 20-year combat veteran, is going to beat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
See, back in our day, I mean, if you ran your mouth, you got your ass beat.
Yeah.
Where is that
Yeah.
now? I mean, someone runs their mouth, they don't fear consequences because they think the police that they want to defund is going to protect them.
Right.
You know, and that's not the case. You know, you fuck around, find out, you're gonna run into the wrong fucking person.
Yeah. They're gonna push the wrong one, and it's not gonna end well. So I mean, it is what it is.
But
I
people
will say
don't,
this, though.
people don't fear consequences.
I think as far as trials by jury, this year, for the everyday man, we've had a pretty good track record so far. You know, you got Rittenhouse that got acquitted, rightfully so. You got the guy that he was on trial at the same time as Rittenhouse, that he shot a cop during a no-knock warrant and was acquitted, rightfully so. There's been several cases this year where it has gone right. But it's definitely not enough.
No.
You know, I used to say unequivocally, I back the blue. Now I have to specify I support for Constitution law enforcement. Because unfortunately there's enough out there that they don't know the law. They don't know the Constitution that they swear to uphold.
Yeah, but you got a lot of people that think the Constitution is an outdated rag. And that's where your problem is right there.
Yeah, you're right there.
It's a damn cornerstone of this country. That and God. Get over it if you don't like it. Delta's ready when you are. Just saying.
And then to further this idea of fairness in the justice system, in January, New York legislation is voting. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick so I can tell you what the actual House bill number is. But they're voting to open internment camps for undocumented or for unvaccinated persons.
They might be able to get away with that shit in a penal colony up there in New York, but good luck on trying that somewhere where there's not one. Bubba and Leroy aren't going to roll that way.
Well, look at here. A lot of upstate New York is Bubba and Leroy too.
True, but the state of New York is kind of like the PRI.
Yeah. So here's what this now this is on Rights and Freedoms website. It says in the next legislative session beginning January 5, the New York Senate and Assembly could vote on a bill that would grant permissions to remove and detain cases, contacts, carriers, or anyone suspected of presenting a, quote, significant threat to public health and remove them from public life on an indefinite basis.
Yep.
That is Senate Bill A416 of the New York State Senate. For plain English, that's fucking concentration camps. And it doesn't specify COVID, it doesn't specify nothing. It says, quote, a significant threat to public health.
Well, basically, what it allows them to do is have their own little Guantanamo Bay in their backyard.
Right.
And
it's a concentration camp, is what it is.
Well,
yeah.
For all intents and purposes, you're correct. And, in this current climate we're in, there's no one to hold these states accountable that come up with these retarded ideas that are completely unconstitutional. If this was in the 1700s, there'd be stuff on fire. I mean, it's just our forefathers would be rolling over and say, oh, hell no.
Well, I'm here to tell you right now, the forefathers would have done putting them sons of bitches to death.
I agree. I totally understand. But I'm saying, the things are going on now are primarily in places where they can get away with it.
Well,
tar and feather and tea in the harbor.
Well, here's the damn thing. Okay, one certain set of group of people can do whatever in the hell they want to do. Okay, one set of groups cannot do anything without being, criticized or looked down upon or whatever. And I've had conversations with people on this multiple times. I'm going to do what I want to do. That is my right as an American. Okay. And the sooner people can grasp that concept and make a determination in their heart and in their mind that they're going to be Americans regardless. That's exactly how you're going to take control of a nation that's fucked up right now. I'll say it exactly like it is. Yeah. So if y'all got kids watching, I do apologize, but they may need to know this too. So, and that's the problem is you've got people and I'm sad to say, but there's people that were born in my generation that think this way. They're raising their kids this way. There's people in all generations, and it's getting worse and worse. This self-entitlement bullshit has gone on long enough. I mean, it needs to go away.
Right.
If you want something, you go earn it. You make it happen. Do what you want to do. That's exactly why we live here, is it not?
Exactly.
Is that not what this country was based on?
Absolutely.
Because we didn't want to be controlled, Nope. So that's the reason we segregated ourselves from another country, another continent. We fought for it because it was worth fighting for. But now people's just giving up the fight.
Well, but they've been dumbed down. All the enemies from within and outside have been playing the long game, and they knew. And I'm just going to say it how it is. Americans have gotten lazy.
Absolutely.
They've forgotten, their history. And the bad thing is that our generation, the generation before us, kind of let this filter in. And what should have happened is back when this shit started, people should have said, "Oh, well, hell no." But it kind of seeped in, and now it's here, and, everything's working against us, and they know it.
Well, I mean, there's some things that are changing, but the fight is not being taken to the table. And when I say that, what I'm talking about is Congress, okay, government.
Right.
All right. Let's go to Manchin. Okay, he's a Democrat. Okay? They call him a moderate Democrat, but he's catching all this hell about this bill that didn't pass. He's not the only one that didn't vote against it. But
he is only one of two Democrats that didn't vote for it.
Right, but there's nothing in the rule books that says that you have to be an idiot to be a Democrat.
Well, I would say most moderate Democrats, actual Democrats, are not.
No.
These leftist progressives, though, now that's a whole different story. Mental illness is part of the package.
So some of them seeing the writing on the wall. There's 41 Democratic positions that are retiring as of now. As of right now, there's 17 Republicans. So
I was watching a video earlier today. And I couldn't tell you exactly. I was watching on YouTube, but that says a lot. I think when 22 of them are saying, "I'm not even going to run for re-election. I'm just going to retire."
Right, and then the other ones are saying they're going to run for some other position.
Right. That's that tells me that they're expecting the other shoe to drop real soon.
Well, I think they expected the plan was for things to go their way and us just kind of roll over, and that's not gone the way they expected.
Right.
And more and more people are saying, "Wait a minute!" More and more people are calling them out. More and more things are coming, to light. And they don't like it when their apple cart gets shook. I mean, look when Trump was in office. They bitched and railed at him. His own party came at him because they were just as guilty as the other side. They all got their hands in the cookie jar screwing the American people. It's not just one group. It's just one's more blatant. That's basically how it rolls. So, that's why you got some bailing out now, because they figure it's better to cut and run than face the music.
Well, the American people don't stand up and do something now. It's
only going to get worse. I'm telling you, it's only going to get worse. We see it every day.
Yeah, we do. I keep praying for it to get better, though, brother.
Yeah.
That's, try to do my part. But I truly hope that the midterms next year, we see some positive change.
Well,
but are we? I mean, right now it seems like it's, they've already cheated once and they did it out in the open. They didn't do anything about it. Or, what keeps them from doing it again?
I don't have that answer. I mean, I hope that
Stop
people
the
be more
2.0.
Well, I mean, I can't just throw up my hands and say the hell with it. I'm not wired that way. I've got to hope that somewhere down the line, somebody's going to say, buck stops here. We're going to do our job. We're going to hold people accountable. We're going to make sure that this election is run fairly and equitably like it should be. But you're right. We could get slapped in the face again. But I'm praying and hoping for a different outcome this time.
Well, I hope so too, but I don't.
Well, here's the thing, guys. We got to remember, everybody in the chat, everybody listening, don't vote for a Republican just because they're a Republican.
Right. That's the key. Is that's how people like Lindsey Graham stay in office for 35 years, 40 years. And he's just as bad as the liberals. You know,
R does not stand for reboot. Okay?
That's how you John McCain's kept getting reelected. How you Chris Christie's kept getting reelected.
Well, if you got a career politician, they're a problem unto themselves because they have no grasp of a real job. I mean, all they do is manipulate and benefit themselves their entire career because that's what they are. They're career politicians, and that's all career politicians do. Show me one that's a career politician that is worth their weight, and I'll buy you a steak dinner. I bet you can't show me one.
That's because there ain't one.
That's what I'm saying. It was never meant to be a long-term job. Saxman's right. They were meant to be volunteers to represent their constituents and go home. 1
week out of the month.
Yep, exactly.
Originally.
Right. I mean, it was never meant to be a paid job for that matter.
Well, when they started voting themselves in their own damn raises, that told you right there where they were headed, you know. And once that, I mean, the hits just keep coming.
Highlander, I don't know that protests are going to do it.
They might in the right context. I think if you have another large protest, you can't let it be manipulated by foreign actors, whether it's the FBI, Antifa, BLM, or whoever. It's going to have to be. It can't be another January 6th.
No, and another thing, you know, you got protests. There's other avenues as well that need to be taken, and we've preached on this and spoke on it. You got to start at your local level. Okay,
Yep.
We talk about the schools. There's corruption in the schools. It's been going on for years. We're just now seeing it. They're just more blatant about it. It's been happening. Get involved. It doesn't take much. The superintendents of the school systems have to give you the time. They can't deny that.
Yep.
So get in there, talk to them, find out what's being taught to your kids. Find out anything you can, because that's your right. It's your children. You pay for that service. Get in there, find out. Thank goodness mine's grown. But the thing is, you got everybody else's kids, and that's what's happening. And that's what I was talking about, the generations. Right now, we have generations that are self-entitled, okay? They go to school, they get taught all this crazy stuff that has nothing to do with what they need to know as far as educational world. So we talked about this several times. So you create fear, number one. Number two, you dilute the education. Okay, if you're not providing people with information that they need in order to be self-relevant, then guess what? Whatever you tell them, it's going to stick every single time. And it's working every day.
I agree.
I keep going on rants. I get annoyed. I get extremely annoyed.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
Ugly, but not alone.
Oh, well. Sometimes being ugly is the way it needs to be, rather than pretty. Look at what we got in his comments. So, stay away from DC. Work in your own areas. Absolutely, that's where it starts. Local.
Yep.
You got. I mean, some states got 8 people running for governor. You know, I mean, do your due diligence. See who you got. Don't just pick just off of emotional reaction. We've all got to be very, very thorough in who we decide to vote for in our states.
Exactly.
I tell you a position that a lot of people don't look at, that they probably need to pay more attention to than any other, is the sheriffs.
Yeah.
The sheriff is the most powerful elected official in the entire country.
Palmetto, you're spot on.
Yeah.
We've run into that before.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a patriot. I'm a patriot. You know, I'm wearing the hat. I got the shirt. No, that's not what it takes. And we're here right now, right here we created this to give a voice. Okay. And that's exactly what it's here for. We're not here to bash the whole world or anything like that. We're here to share the truth as it's seen, not diluted. And,
Right.
and like I said, I'm going to keep going back to it. Everything we talked about tonight, we showed proof on the screen. Although my sharing skills are not exactly where they need to be, I'll get the information up there. I don't want to hear it, Jay. I'll mute your ass. So
Fine, I'll mute my ass.
But you know, and that's what it is. I mean, everybody has got to come together. We're not going to be able to get this country back to what we all love and once thought was worth protecting. And
Yeah.
I still believe it's worth protecting right now. But if we keep letting the horse just run around without any reins on it, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And it's going to get to a point where nobody in here has the option to be able to negate it at all. I don't know what that is. Let me go ahead and block this person right here. Bam. Hey, moderators, if any of y'all see some bullshit like that posted here again, by all means, please block them.
Copy.
I might miss something. Don't click any of those links that go in there either. And then there's that right there. Absolutely, Highlander. Anything that we do in DC will be twisted and turned and pushed back in our faces. It's already happened.
Yep. Yep. He's right. Absolutely.
See what else we got here. All right, what else y'all want to talk about? We've raised a little bit of hell in here. Got a bunch of stuff cleared off the table tonight. As y'all see, we didn't stick to the narrative.
Well, the one thing that we were going to talk about was Ray Epps.
Ray Epps.
Yep. Oh, FBI informant.
Yeah.
This guy right here. Well, I don't know if that's villain report. I don't know if that's it or not. Hold on. Yeah. All right, hold on a second. Let me get my old screen share here done. Oh my God. Let's see if this works. Hell yeah. Y'all can see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can skip this in 1 second.
As soon as President Trump is finished speaking, we are going to the Capitol. It's that direction. That's where our true problems lie. President Trump is done speaking. We are going to the Capitol. That's where our problems are. Okay, folks, we need your help. As soon as President Trump stops speaking, we are going to the Capitol. The Capitol's in that direction. Let people know. Spread the word.
All right. So that's one. We got another one here somewhere. Oh shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I got another one here, y'all. I'm gonna pull that up and then we'll kind of watch it. Let's see here. Y'all like that, didn't you? Uh-huh. All right. This one here, I believe, is a little longer, y'all.
Figure you're dragging again.
Hey. I'm on.
You can sit down for a little bit. No, I think standing here is good, and I'm going to record just because like I feel safer that way. And that's fine. If you guys want to record too, I encourage that. Okay. So we're here about the Capitol incident that happened on January 6th. It's our understanding that you were there. Yeah. We're interested in finding out information that you may have about possible attacks on law enforcement, destruction to the property. So like Ray Epps. I'm sorry? You're asking about Ray Epps? I don't know who Ray Epps is. You guys should know who Ray Epps is. Okay. He's been in the media.
Was he one of the people that was there
that
caused damage or that assaulted a police officer?
There definitely should be an investigation into that. Okay. He was on the list initially when the FBI put out for, I think, like top 20 people. He was on that. And he used his contacts within your organization to take himself off of the list. So it's surprising you guys don't know about that. Well, he's not from Arizona, I would presume. He actually is from Arizona. He works with your guys' Oath Keepers militia group. Well, the FBI doesn't have a militia group, but...
And this Epps guy, he was there. Did you see him there?
Not on January 6th. I saw him on January 5th. Okay.
Okay.
And what was he doing on January 5th? He was out next to the BLM Plaza. You guys know about that in Washington, D.C.? The mayor, she kind of had Black Lives Matter painted on the road next to the White House area.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are like DC people.
No, we're not. We're
Okay.
actually.
I'm not either. So it's kind of hard describing it. But there's like a big road she painted Black Lives Matter on. It's a political statement.
Okay.
And that night there was a protest there, and that's where Ray Epps was at. And he's heard on Tucker Carlson played a clip as well of saying we need to go into the Capitol tomorrow. And that's quoting Ray
On
Epps.
the 5th. This was on the 5th.
Well, for January 6th, it's a very small group. You guys are noticing a lot of the same names.
Yeah, but
So it's like Ray Epps, you guys should have known about.
we get leads just to talk to people that are in northern Arizona.
Doesn't mean the
So-
FBI doesn't know about
right.
it. Well, like how did
Yeah.
my lead come up?
I
I hope you guys follow up on this Ray Epps guy. I've been getting a lot of attention about it because I tried to talk to him and ask him some questions. And he'll probably be more adamant to answer you guys than me. I know you said you don't watch the media. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because I just don't believe a lot what I see on TV anymore.
the news.
When you experience it and you see what's on TV, it's like two different realities.
It really is.
So with that said, is he talking about like CNN, MSNBC,
I'll call you.
and all them other ones?
All right.
Say that again.
Is he talking about CNN, BSNBC, and the other news media? I mean, because that's
No, he's
what
probably talking about Newsmax, One American News, and Fox. Yeah, like Reaper said, Ray Epps' own daughter thought that he was an FBI informant, that he was an undercover agent.
So did y'all pay attention to the cutout on that when he asked him, well, how did you get a lead on me?
Yeah.
I forgot is what the Sure.
Yeah, real convenient.
How the hell
yeah.
did they forget? What kind of
they're
bullshit is that?
talking to him.
And they absolutely did not debate the fact that he said that Ray Epps used contacts within the top 20 to get himself off the list.
Well, that's just like the whole, he's not from Arizona. Yeah, but he is, though, actually.
Because Ray Epps, James Ray Epps, Oath Keepers of Arizona chapter, he was the president in 2011.
Right, and from what I understand, and I can't, show paperwork trail and all that, but from what I understand, it was during that time that he was recruited, as it were, to be an informant for the FBI.
Yep.
because of his position within the Arizona Oath Keepers.
Yeah, he's embedded. I mean, who better would you get than somebody that's top ranked in the organization?
So my question is Oath Keepers embedded with the FBI, or did they just recruit Ray Epps from the Oath Keepers?
Well, I would go to say that I don't believe that the Oath Keepers are an FBI entity, but now to say that they didn't go in and pick certain people to bring into their own loop.
Right. Just like they did with the Proud Boys and various other organizations.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the FBI's been doing shady shit for years. Hell, just look at what was going on, what happened up there in Michigan. It was Michigan with the plan to kidnap the governor. Those were all FBI agents, except for 2 of them. You know, so they're trying to entrap people 100%.
So
Yeah. So, what else y'all want to talk about? Let's see.
I'm gonna actually have to roll off of here. So
Yeah, we're gonna go. We went a little over, but that's cool. That's fine. We get carried away sometimes.
Well, you know,
It's fine. That's fine. It's perfect.
we start talking about
Time
government
flies.
conspiracies and stuff like that.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Right.
Look, it's you know, we're not talking about conspiracies. We're talking it's predictive news media.
Facts. If you've got feelings, you are on the wrong YouTube channel. It's all about facts.
Yeah, you better have a thick skin. You come rolling up in here.
Oh, good. So, I don't know if we're going to do another live this week. I'd like to. I'd really like to. I'll let y'all know well in advance. If we don't, I'm going to go ahead and say Merry Christmas either way. All right. Y'all be safe and don't let the crazies get y'all riled up. Yeah, it could happen. This time of year is a little weird anyway.
Yep.
So y'all remember what I said. Just it's a rough time for some people. Y'all reach out to people that you hadn't talked to. Maybe they need to hear from you, even if it's just a phone call or a missed call or whatever. So, make sure you do that. Don't worry, Jay. I'll check on you on Christmas.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right. Any of y'all got anything else?
Just hit off what you said. Merry Christmas to everyone. Be safe. Enjoy your time with your family. And don't let this nonsense bring you down. Enjoy the time for what it is.
Exactly.
Merry Christmas. Nice to see some new names in the chat in here, or some new to the live stream names in the chat too.
Yep.
Absolutely.
The more the merrier.
Share it. Let's get some people in here. Let's get thousands of people in here. We need to talk about this stuff. Hey, y'all don't forget, y'all hit me up on the side if y'all want to cover some information. We're all about providing what y'all want to talk about. So, and like I said, we do tend to go off the rails a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay.
Well,
All right.
just a little bit.
I don't know what to do with my hands. What do we do with our All right. You got anything there, Ranger Jay? Super phaser.
Political jokes. We all got jokes.
Yeah.
You especially.
Sure. No, I'm just too quiet.
That's a first.
I don't speak my mind enough.
Sure. All right, so we're gonna close it out right here, y'all. Y'all just remember, stay safe, have a Merry Christmas. All right, and do what you want to do. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. Do what you want to do. It is your right. So enjoy your family. That's what we're ultimately here for. You know, is to try to leave a better place for our children and grandchildren for some of us. So y'all make sure you do that. Do what you want to do. And that's it. So y'all keep an eye out. We're probably going to do some more lives. That's all I got. Salute me familia.